guys, welcome to my 30-week pregnancy update video. So again, this is my first pregnancy and we're officially in the third trimester. As you can see, I'm shooting in a different part of the house. This is my little work office corner. You can see the dance costumes behind me and a bunch of other studio stuff, but not to get off topic. Pregnancy, 30 weeks. What has it been like? What are the symptoms? What does it feel like? And what can you expect? First simple symptom would be you start peeing a lot more, just because the way the baby's like sitting on your bladder and makes those trips a little bit more frequent. And sometimes you feel like you really have to go, and then it's only just a little bit and you're like, I got up and did that for that. But that's okay, it's all worth it. Definitely just starting to feel bigger now, starting to feel huge. Like your stomach, arms are expanding, fluid in your legs, so everything is getting a little bit wider instead of all in the front. So it's just part of the ball game. I still have been eating a lot of sweets and chocolates, and I've been drinking coffee, decaf coffee every morning, a cup of decaf coffee. I'm struggling to go without my coffee, and I do sometimes get a little bit worried, like, is this okay? Is it gonna cause any problems? I'm just gonna feel really bad and guilty if something does happen and it was like coffee and sugar related. So I'm trying my best to tone it down. Today I haven't had coffee and it's all I've been thinking about. I'm trying to get through that craving and those thoughts in your head that just never go away for whatever it is you're craving. Yeah, so I've just been a little bit worried that I've been maybe drinking a little bit too much coffee, too much chocolate and sugar and sweets. The doctor says it's fine. My body's regulating the sugar levels, and he says you can even have 2 cups of decaf coffee and still be okay, and I'm only having 1, if that. Sometimes I don't even finish it. I just want that taste of fresh coffee in the morning. The previous video, I also talked about not being able to feel her for about 24 hours. Now, recently, the past week, we went through a phase where I didn't feel her for 3 days. I called the doctor almost 48 hours into it, so I waited 24 hours. She didn't wake me up in the morning, which, again, she usually does. She didn't wake me up. I didn't feel her the entire day. The following morning, and she didn't wake me up again, and so I just phoned the doctor and told that I hadn't felt anything, and they said, come on in, let's take a look and see what's going on. So we went in, put the heart monitor on and the Doppler. They found her heartbeat, she was fine. Then we went ahead and did a quick ultrasound to see where she was positioned and to just make sure that her heart and her lungs, everything were operating. So when we get to the ultrasound, we actually found that she had moved. So she had been lying, head here, bum here, and feet up here, so kind of in this circular motion, and she had moved to go breached. So her head was here, and her feet were down here at the bottom, and her head was looking straight forward. So she was just standing up just as you and I are right now, facing forward. And for some reason in that position, I just wasn't feeling any kicks, any squirms. I wasn't feeling anything, but she was fine. She had just changed positions, and then what do you know, a day later she went back to her circular normal position, and I felt her little feet on the side here. Another day later, and everything was fine. But it's always better to be safe than sorry. If you feel like something could be wrong and you haven't felt something that you usually do feel, rather just go to the doctor and get it checked out and go and ask than have something actually be wrong and you didn't do anything about it. So don't feel guilty, don't feel like you're wasting, the doctor's time. Just go in and get checked out if you feel like something is a bit off. I've also experienced heartburn now for 2 days, so it hasn't been bad, but the first time it happened, I was like, what is this feeling? I had to Google on my phone, like, what does heartburn feel like? It was just on fire, my chest, my throat. I was drinking a ton of water. They say you can drink milk to help the acid settle in, but I really don't like milk, and all I had was almond milk anyways. But I just drank a lot of water, and eventually it faded away. So keep your acidity levels lower. As the baby's getting bigger, he or she will be pushing up on your stomach, making your stomach smaller and higher in your chest, so therefore the acid starts kind of coming up in your esophagus a little bit, especially like after you eat and if you eat larger meals. So make sure you kind of keep to smaller meals and a lot of alkaline foods. Now, those are pretty much all of the symptoms that I've been having for the past 2 weeks. So the last time you saw me was 28 weeks and now 30 weeks, so that's kind of what has happened the past 2 weeks of the pregnancy. The exciting things are we have a hospital tour booked to go and see the labor and delivery rooms, and for them to walk you through the process of like where you go, what to expect, what it looks like. That's over at Winnie in Orlando, which is a really nice women and babies only hospital, so I'm really excited. It looks like a hotel. It is a stunning building. So Justin and I are going to check that out this week, which we're really excited for. I've already done the tour, but he hasn't seen anything. He needs to do the tour so that he's not freaking out when the time comes. And also the other exciting thing is you start to enter this nesting phase about now. Yeah, you're excited in the beginning, so you're buying a few baby things and like anything, something that catches your eye and you get excited for, you go ahead and buy it for your baby. But the official nesting phase really kicks in. It's kicking in for me right now. Like I had one panicking day, and I didn't think we had enough of everything, the supplies and things that we needed. I haven't had a baby shower, so I haven't gotten like any too much help. I've gotten a lot of hand-me-downs from dance moms, and I've gotten a few gifts from Christmas, which was amazing, and it's been great. But I did go through a panic mode where I was like, oh my gosh, we don't have any bum creams, and we don't have, a thermometer and stuff like that. Everything that you need as a human being, they also need as a little human being. So that was a good way to think about what do you need to get by when something happens, and then just get that for your kid, just a small little person version. So we finally started building the crib and the changing table. We weren't even gonna get a changing table, but then after that day, I needed a changing table. So the nursery is coming along very well, and the nesting phase is such a special time. So really, if you get frustrated or you get emotional, try not to, because it's how many times in your life are you gonna be decorating, especially your first kid's nursery? Only once. So I really wanna enjoy that process and that time with my husband and everybody else who's helped out, making her bedroom so special and what it is today. As soon as the nursery's done, I will probably give you a little video tour of what we've put together and what we've done in there. So it's really special, and I'm looking forward to that. So the belly shot isn't going to be, I don't think it's too different. Well, after looking in the camera, maybe it is bigger than the last video. So here's the belly shot. Yep, it's going more outwards now, like this way, versus just coming straight out front. So this is your 30-week belly. And for me, I've started getting it more here in the back and definitely in my bum. So I'm really excited to get back into my workout routine after baby. And luckily, it's a huge priority also for my husband. So gymming is really important for us, fitness is really important, so luckily he's gonna work with me on my schedule and make sure that me going to the gym for myself is a priority, even more so than him getting to go to the gym. So I'm excited to get my body back and moving and teaching and all that good stuff. But I'm still not wishing this away, I'm still enjoying it. I can't believe it's only about 8 weeks away. The due date's changed 3 times now because she's been growing so much, but they just keep bumping it up. So now they're expecting the first week of March. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my 30-week pregnancy update. If you guys have any questions, or if you're experiencing similar symptoms or even different symptoms, comment them below and let's just start a little conversation on, our first pregnancy experiences. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you again in 2 weeks for your week 32 pregnancy update.